Nothing will make you feel more confused or alone than wondering why. Why does everyone else seem to have this friendship thing figured out except me? Why does everyone else have a tribe and I don't? And it's not that you don't like people. You're actually someone who needs a tribe. You need connection, you need people. So you're sitting there like, where did all my friends go? How do I even make new friends? And how are you supposed to find them? How are you supposed to find the time? And then the thought creeps in. Is it just me, or is friendship kind of hard? Especially the older I get. I remember realizing one day that there was no one I can just text to talk to. Not because I didn't know people, but I just felt like I wasn't close to anyone anymore. And not gonna lie, that kind of scared me. Because I thought, this isn't how it's supposed to be. But then something clicked. This isn't just happening to you. This is happening to all of us. We outgrow friends because we evolve. You are not the same person you were a few years ago. I know I'm not the same person I was a few years ago. Your values change. Your priorities change. You grow. Not everyone grows at the same time. And this is the moment that I stopped spiraling because it reframed everything. It wasn't that I was doing anything wrong. It's that my life started to change. I started to change, and I just started to outgrow my friends, or we just started slowly drifting apart. And in knowing that just brought so much relief to me because it made me realize that I'm just not some idiot. I'm not incapable of keeping or making or nurturing friendships. I was just simply changing. And I'll be honest, there's this one friend that I think about here and there. Like, she will just pop into my mind and I'll just think about her, and she was an awesome friend. And I was like, why? What the heck? Why am I thinking of her? Why do I keep thinking of her time to time? And honestly, it makes me sad about who I was at that period of time. The fact that she distanced herself from me back then reminds me that I wasn't a good friend back then. And I have big regrets about how I acted with her. I'm a different person now. And that's also a part of growing up that no one ever prepares you for. Sometimes you don't lose friends because life got busy. Sometimes you lose them because you weren't who you needed to be at that period of time. And that doesn't make you a bad person. That means you were learning. There's even research to back this up. You will replace half of your friends every 7 years. Isn't that crazy? That blew my mind. That felt so reassuring when I heard that. That tells me that we are pruning our friends. We are growing. We are shedding. We are becoming better. And that just means they weren't supposed to come with us to where we are now. And get this, almost 40% of adults don't have a best friend. I know right now in my life, I don't have a best friend. And guess what? I haven't had a best friend in years. So if you have 0 to 2 friends, you are not behind. It doesn't mean you failed socially. It usually means that you are in a transition season. And transitions, they can get lonely, but they are necessary. And maybe that's for a reason. Maybe you need to buckle down and lock in and reach your goals. And you can't do that if you have a bunch of friends distracting you, asking you to go out and party. So maybe in this season, you are meant to be alone for a while. And it doesn't mean you are less worthy of a connection. It often means that you are becoming more selective of who you choose to bring into your life, because you know the top 5 people you hang out with is who you become. And if they're not doing the right stuff, or they're out partying or drinking or whatever, you are going to be just like them. And I also hope that this makes you more compassionate towards others and yourself. And know if someone is drifting away from you, maybe they are trying to figure themselves out. Maybe they need some alone time. So do not take this kind of stuff personally. If someone in your life starts drifting away, it has nothing to do with you, because life is always changing. And you don't always know what someone is going through when they pull away or distance themselves. Sometimes it's not about you. Sometimes it's not about them not caring about you. Sometimes it's just simply life. Life can get so cray-cray. And I need you to hear this. It's not about the number of friends that make you important. It's not about having a bestie just to prove something. It's about having people in your life that you can count on. Maybe you're not the person with a huge friend group. Maybe you don't talk every day, but you have that one friend that checks in every quarter just to see how you're doing. And it's easy. It's not awkward. You both know that you were good. You know what I mean? That kind of friendship. It's like you don't talk for a while, but you guys know when you start talking, it's just like instant, you know, like, oh, because you both know that you both have lives. You both get busy, and you know that the connection will always be there when you decide to talk again. That kind of friendship counts. That kind of friendship has no pressure. It has no maintenance you have to keep up with. You don't have to prove closeness. So if your circle is small right now, don't turn that into something negative about yourself and internalize it as what is wrong with me or something is wrong with me. Nuh-uh. Sometimes it means that you are in a slower season. You need to work on yourself. Maybe you're in a full life season. You have a family, you have a husband, you have a child. And that season is far more common than people talk about. Also, if you want, I can make another video on how to actually make friends as an adult in a way that doesn't feel awkward or forced. Let me know down below. Just comment. This is the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.